Hello, welcome. Thanks for watching. Let's play catch up and let's review some of the Spellbinders Club kits for May 2024. Let's begin with the Betterpress of the month. This one is called Wild and Free. It features a large Betterpress plate and sentiment. This image includes 2 tropical birds, tropical flowers, and tropical leaves. Have a wild and free birthday is the sentiment. I'm using Betterpress cotton paper, Betterpress black ink to create my image. All of these products are available at Spellbinders. I will have the links in my description box below if you would like more information. When I apply my Betterpress ink, I press and twist gently. I have found that this is a good way to get into all those nooks and crannies. Oops, let's not forget our sentiment. We want to make sure we put that in the middle and ink that up as well. Once we have everything inked up to our satisfaction, we'll go ahead and put that platen on top of that magnetic platform and run it through our Platinum 6 machine. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be getting a new Platinum 6 machine. I'm going to be getting the lilac one. I'm so excited. Purple is my favorite color, so I am over the moon that a purple one is coming and that I waited to get a new one because the one that I have is bright green and white. It was a hand-me-down, which I greatly appreciate it. My friend Nancy shared it with me, and I have been using it, and I thought to myself, maybe I should get a new one, but I'm so glad I waited because of the lilac Platinum 6 that's coming out now. I have a full-size Platinum, and now soon I'll have a new Platinum 6, so can't wait for that. Anyways, back to the club. Here we go. This is what it looks like after you Betterpress. All right, now I have 2 things I'm going to color with tonight. The first is these acrylic markers. They're from Altenew. I picked these up at a stamp show recently. I just was looking for something a little different when it comes to watercolor medium. Now, I did use the Betterpress cotton paper. It is not a watercolor paper, but it holds the watercolor medium fairly well. And I know most people, when they Betterpress, they do use either like the Tim Holtz Distress crayons, or I like to use Careen markers, which you're going to see me demonstrate with Careen markers here in a few minutes, maybe 60 seconds. But anyways, back to these acrylic markers. They're pretty cool. They're more of a pastel, whereas the Careen markers are a nice bright punch of color. And I think you'll be able to see that after I'm finished with both card panels. You'll be able to get this. I am using just a regular paintbrush, a couple paintbrushes from my stash. I'm using a silicone mat, and I'm just scribbling that acrylic marker down onto that mat, and I'm just adding a little bit of water. And actually, it's working out very well. I'm super pleased with these acrylic markers. Something different, just to give it a different look, but very tropical. So when it comes to the Spellbinders clubs, you can order them now through the 27th. So they started on the 6th of May, and they're always the 6th of every month through the 27th of every month. And so when you decide which clubs you want to join, you're signing up and getting them every month then moving forward. So, for example, if you get the Glimmer of the month and the Betterpress of the month and you sign up for that, you'll be getting it every month. But you can stop your order. You don't have to get it every single month. There's no requirement that you sign up for any period of time. You could just sign up for 1 month and then you can cancel it before it comes time for the next one to come around. So Spellbinder sends me the Betterpress of the month, wax seal of the month, stitching die of the month, And then I purchase the Glimmer of the month and the Stamp and Die of the month and the 2 different types of embossing folders of the month, which are the regular embossing folder and the 3D embossing folders. You can also get the small die of the month, the large die of the month, and there's also one called the whole caboodle, which basically is everything at one discounted price. And I keep saying to myself, oh, you should just probably get the whole caboodle. Maybe someday I will. Okay, this first panel is done. Let's move on to the Corrine markers, and we'll see the difference between them. As you can see, the Corrine markers, these are available through Spellbinders, and I'm just using a water brush pen. The Corrine markers are like a water-based ink, and they're super easy to work with, I've found. And I found the best method is just to scribble a little bit on your silicone mat or your glass mat. I usually use my glass mat, but I didn't want there to be a glare for the video, so I'm just using the silicone mat. And that's really all there is to it, picking up a little bit and just brushing it on. So I do like this Betterpress plate. I think these birds are so pretty. I have some friends who love like birds and parrots and just different African grays and different ones like that. So I was thinking about those friends as I was creating these cards, because I thought these will make the perfect birthday cards for my friends who either A, love tropical birds, or love tropical flowers, or just love the tropics. And who doesn't? Maybe you have a friend who's, going on a cruise to the Bahamas or someplace like that, and you want to make them a card, wishing them an exciting journey, or maybe maybe you want to give them like a little gift or something that they can take and buy themselves something nice. You don't have to use the sentiment that comes with this. There's other sentiments that you can coordinate. So for example, the Stamp and Die of the month has a bunch of really cool sentiments too that would go well. And the trying to think here, the Glimmer of the month, the Glimmer has a couple sentiments too. And you're going to see me actually glimmer this plate. Okay, so in case you didn't know, you are able to hot foil your Betterpress plates. And I'm going to demonstrate that here in a minute as soon as I finish watercoloring this background, which, by the way, isn't this just beautiful? I love this look. It just looks so like dimensional. I guess it's just because the way the artist designed this beautiful image, and then when you fill it in with the blue background, it just super pops. But here you go, side by side, you can see the difference between the two cards. And then I'll have some still photos of the cards as well. Another thing you can do if you don't have the time to do all this coloring, you can take your ink and just ink blend the background. So for example, I have these magic mushrooms from Local King Rubber Stamp, and I just use some dye ink, and I'm just taking the mushroom and I'm just coloring in the panel with the magic mushroom. So that's one way that you can do it, just to give you an idea. If you're in a hurry, you just want to make a really quick card. It's super pretty. And I think the vibrant colors still speak to that tropical vibe. I also did one in rainbow colors, and you'll see that panel real quick here. I don't create a card with this pink and purple panel. I don't create a card with the rainbow one, but at least it gives you an idea of the versatility of this plate. So let's go ahead and look at my finished cards. Here's the one with the acrylic markers. Isn't it beautiful? And here's the one with the Corrine markers, nice and bold. All right, now that we've done that, let's switch to the Glimmer of the month. So the Glimmer of the month features this beautiful flower and this awesome roll of purple foil. It comes with 2 sentiments, thinking of you is one of the sentiments. That's the one that I'm using right now. And the name of this beautiful glimmer of the month is called Tropical Bloom. I love this huge flower. I think it's gorgeous. Here it is on some blue pearlescent paper with the sentiment thinking of you. You guys, I'm not even going to need to color any of this in. It is so pretty just the way that it is. If you want to punch it up even more, you can take and use foil cardstock. So the other sentiment says sending best wishes. And I have this beautiful blue holographic cardstock that was in my stash. So I used that and I went ahead and I glimmered it. And this is what it looks like. Again, you do not need to do anything else to this because the holographic paper and the beautiful purple flower and sentiment says it all. I also grabbed a piece of silver foil cardstock. And this is what it looks like on just silver holographic cardstock. Simply stunning. All right, and I did it on white cardstock too. So that gives you an idea, but let's go ahead and switch over to our glimmer plate. Let's go ahead and foil this. As I said, you can hot foil your letterpress plates. Okay, and this is just regular paper that I'm using. I did put the 60-second timer down on my glimmer. And I'll let that cool. All right, let's do another one because we're going to do 2 cards. And you see I'm leaving the center open. Okay, because I'm going to use one of the sentiments. And here's what it looks like when you foil it. There's a little bit of overfoiling, but I'm not too worried about it. I can use some washi tape and pull that off, or a soft brush. I'm going to run this through my Platinum 6 and give you a look at how pretty this turned out. Once it cools, there it is. So here are the cards that I created. This one is the blue pearl cardstock. Next we have the silver holographic cardstock. This one is just white. You could certainly color this in with your dye-based markers. Here it is, the Sending Wishes sentiment. I did that one off camera, but that one says thinking of you. Okay, let's move on to the wax seal of the month. This one this one provides you with a full bag of wax beads and a full-size wax seal stamp with handle. And this month, the color of the beads is called Matcha. So it's this awesome green color, and I'm not really a big fan of green, but I like this green color. And then the actual brass stamp has some tropical foliage and the word hi. So as you can see, there's a theme for this month. You've got the tropical flowers, tropical birds, tropical wax seal. Very nice how everything ties together. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And then we'll get to cooking up these beads, melting them, and I'll show you how to create your wax seal. When you join the club, you get a new bag every month, and the bag has a zip seal at the top, perfect for, growing your stash. So I have this little wax seal oven. I have my metal spoon. Here's the wax seal up close. Gives you an idea of what that looks like. It's an oval shape. And I'm going to put 4 or 5 little beads in this little cup. You can put a tea light inside your little warmer, but you can also use your heat gun. And I just use my heat gun just because I have it handy and I don't have to worry about an open flame, and it melts the beads really quickly, and it turns out really nice. All right, so once they're melted, you'll go ahead and pour them on your silicone mat. And by the way, Spellbinders has an entire wax seal starter kit that includes the little oven, the spoon, silicone mat, everything you need to get started with making wax seals, or at least warming them. And then you can choose, which beads you like, which seals you like, Or you can just join the club and then you'll get a nice supply build up. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and impress this one down. Here's what it looks like up close. I don't think you want to see the back of it, do you? Now you can adhere these wax seals to the front of your cards or to your envelope. If you adhere it to your envelope, there is extra postage required. Now I didn't like the way that one turned out, so I cut it up with a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to melt it down again and re-pour it and re-stamp it. You can also combine your wax colors together. So if you wanted to combine 2 colors or 3, you can get swirls and marble look. It's all good. It's a lot of fun. And then another thing that Spellbinders offers to help enhance these is the paint markers. And so this is a metallic paint marker, and it's gold. And so what I'm going to do is just color in on top, just sort of take my marker across the top of that wax seal impression with this gold metallic ink. This just gives it a little pop, makes it show up a little bit more. And I'll do that on all of these, and then I'll show you what it looks like. You can get the markers from Spellbinders in a variety of colors. I know there's silver, gold, rose gold, etc. There's that. Give it a chance to focus. Okay. That's what it looks like. Side by side. And one plain without the gold. Aren't they pretty? Now I didn't get a chance to actually use these on a card, but I am planning on it. I'll just have to make those off camera. But here's that deco foil marker. That's what it looks like. Yeah, let's move on to the stitching die of the month. I really had a good time with the stitching die. I didn't do any stitching with it. I just created some cards. I just fell in love with this pineapple. I ended up creating 3 different cards, but let me show you how it works. You've got the 3 different sections of the pineapple. You've got the solid background, the mid section that is actually where you would stitch, and then the top section, which is sort of like this honeycomb layer. And then you layer them all together and you get this awesome pineapple. Again, it's a stitching die, but I think it's fabulous just the way it is. And I just wanted to create, I had some ideas in my head as I was envisioning what I was going to do. It also comes with these leaves, so you would die cut these, and I actually die cut them in a variety of green colors, and this is what it looks like when you assemble them. And that you go on top of your pineapple. All right, so let's have a look at the cards that I created. The first one features the 3D embossing folder from last month, and it's got the vines, and I just used some green cardstock, and I used a lot of sequins. Those are Spellbinder sequins. This one has the same embossing folder but in black, and I used some black pearls for the little pineapple, and then this one I used like some light green pearls. So basically very much the same style of card, just a little bit of a difference. And each sentiment says, "So sweet of you." Those are Glimmer sentiments from a previous Spellbinders release of sentiments that I had actually stored in my little sentiment binder. And I thought, yeah, so sweet of you. Perfect for a pineapple card. All right, everybody, those are my projects that I created with some of these club kits from Spellbinders. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would give my video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so you're notified of all my future videos. Thanks again for watching. Have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.